What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another F1 video for today, man. We are checking out the fall of the Lotus F1 team, man. Sucks. Like, you never want to see a team just collapse. You never want to see a team just go MIA. Obviously, we have seen teams like that in which they have just completely started off good, shit went left. Sucks. It always sucks. But with the teams we have now, and with the potentially adding new team in the future, I think Ford, something like that. Who knows, man? Who knows? Hopefully, we don't see a team now. Like I said, unfold. But for Throwback Thursday, for Throwback F1 Thursday, not Flashback F1 Friday, but Throwback F1 Thursday. So TFT, Throwback F1 Thursday. Yeah, makes sense. Anyway, shout out to each perspective with the video. All credit goes to him. So we are going to see what happened to this knowledgeable, good Lotus team and see what really went down with them, man. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to like the video, sub as well as always. And also, I am going to be watching the movie Rush this upcoming weekend. Looking forward to it. Also with James Hunt, Nicky Lau. And the thing is, regarding James Hunt, the only thing I know about, bro, he was like a sex act. Like, that's all I know. But he was smacking. Before races, after races, my man was going crazy. Big man was going and was hop straight into the video. Let's see what went down.
Lotus have an extensive history in Formula One, but in this video, we're just going to be focusing on their stint from 2011 until 2015.
That's that hard. I ain't tatted. I'm scared. I'm scared to get tatted.
There was once a time where we saw two teams going by the name of Lotus on the grid. This can sometimes get pretty confusing. We would see the Lotus Group enter Formula One as a title sponsor for Renault. This meant that we had Lotus Renault F1 team and Team Lotus on the grid. Two teams known as Lotus, both powered by Renault. I know, it's pretty confusing sometimes. But to put it in simpler terms, the team we're going to be focusing on was the team that had the car with the black and gold livery, not the green and yellow livery, which would later actually be rebranded as Caterham F1 team. Lotus would start off by buying a 25% stake in the team, which would see Renault take a little bit of a step back and focus on becoming only an engine supplier in Formula One. Before the 2011 season started, Robert Kubica would get injured in a rally accident, and his recovery could have potentially taken up to a year. This meant that Nick Heidfeld was brought in as his replacement, and he would partner Vitaly Petrov until the 2nd of September. He would then
Don't forget, Chaz's Motorsports is coming to F1 in the future, man. No cap. Coming for thinking. I got me I got my colors. I can't say it yet though. Shh. Can't say it yet. I don't cap. Hey. Y'all know damn I ain't making no F1 team. But hey, if I ever got a chance, Chaz's Motorsports. Going crazy, man.
later be replaced by Bruno Senna for the remainder of the season. Lotus Renault would be off to an absolute flyer. At the opening race in Melbourne, Petrov would score his first podium, finishing 3rd. Then at the next race in Malaysia, Heidfeld would finish 3rd as well. The first couple of race results were looking promising for the team's future, but as the season went on, the best finish after Malaysia would be P5 at the Canadian Grand Prix, thanks to Vitaly Petrov. The poor results would only become more consistent from the British Grand Prix onwards. This was around the same time when new rules about blown diffusers were brought in. The team would end the 2011 season 5th in the constructors' standings with 73 points. In late 2011, the team announced that Kimi Räikkönen would be returning to F1 for the 2012 season after 2 years away from the sport. Then, in December, it was announced that Romain Grosjean would be partnering Kimi for the season. The team would also be officially known as Lotus F1 Team.
Hey, that's a pretty solid, teammates, Grosjean and Kimi Räikkönen, and Kimi. Also, we have a, former winner, championship winner, and my boy Kimi. And you have Roman Grosjean, solid driver, good driver. Sadly, a lot of people know him just for that crazy incident he had. Oh, I thought he freaking died. Gosh, jeez, but it's good. But he is still racing, so it is good to see him still racing. But I am cat man. The car looks it's something to change that car every freaking race from the preseason to Australia to GP to change the logo right here. You know what I mean? Like that's cool. It's pretty cool. You know what I mean? Some simple.
The Lotus E20 was the machine that Kimi and Roman would be driving for the 2012 season. At the 4th round in Bahrain, Kimi would finish P2 and Grosjean behind him in P3. The team would secure 6 more podiums before Spa, where Grosjean would be involved in the famous La Source accident, but Kimi would finish P3. Grosjean would cop a 1-race ban after that incident at Spa, and the team wouldn't see the podium again until Abu Dhabi, where Kimi would win the race. Lotus would finish the season 4th with 303 points, a pretty good season for the team. 2013 would see the same driver lineup, but a slightly different livery. At the opening race in Melbourne, Kimi would take the win after starting in P7. Kimi would finish P2 in China, and in Bahrain, the team would score a double podium with a 2nd and 3rd finish. Then in Spain, Kimi would finish 2nd, and then another double podium in Germany. The team would score 6 podiums for the year and end the season with 315 points, improving from 2012, and another awesome year for the team. So now we are in 2014. And this is where things really began to change for Lotus. It was
they were not winning race, but they were, coming like pretty high. I'm sorry if I do pause up like the wrong times, but it seems like they are, getting podiums, finishing high. Kimi's doing his thing. Grosjean is, right behind him, regarding that freaking race ban he had. So it looks like it's all good and fun for the team. Now, my thing is, what the hell happened? Which we are about to get into now. Again, they're changing the car again.
Whole new era in Formula 1. The new regulations shook up the grid. The team had new owners and a change in management, with Andrew Ruhan becoming the co-chairman of the team. This was after Andrew loaned money to the team, but turned that loan into equity. The CEO of the team at the time, Patrick Lewis, stepped down from his role, as did Eric Boullier, who went on to join McLaren. Matthew Carter would run the team, who had no previous experience in Formula 1.
Oh, no.
The team aimed to secure a sponsorship deal with
good.
Quantum Motorsports before the season began. But unfortunately for Lotus, the deal did not go through. Kimi had returned to Ferrari, so the team were trying to get Nico Hülkenberg into a seat. But due to the Quantum deal falling through, the team opted for Pastor Maldonado, who had backing from PDVSA, a Venezuelan state oil and gas company. The team would unveil the E22, which featured a wild tusk nose design. Lotus and their tusks would struggle all season, with their best finish being P8 on 2 occasions. The team would only score 10 points for the season and finish 8th in the constructors' standings. A huge...
I mean, no offense, but Pastor Maldonado. Like, even though Grosjean has Germany, Hungary, and Belgium back-to-back retirements. But, I mean, the finishing, isn't really great for any of them, man.
Huge fall from the previous year's 315 points. So now we're in 2015, and Lotus have made the switch to Mercedes power units. This ended their partnership with Renault. Roman Grosjean and Pastor Maldonado would remain in the team, but unfortunately for the drivers and the team, reliability issues and of course driver error really cost them. Both drivers had retired by lap 2 in Melbourne. Maldonado would crash out and Grosjean would lose power in his engine. In China, Grosjean would finish in P7, the team's best result since the 2013 United States Grand Prix. Maldonado would miss the pit entry on lap 33, losing time. He would then have a spin on lap 39. Then on lap 48, he would collide with Jenson Button, which would see Maldonado retire with a rear brake failure. The poor results would continue, and at the Spanish Grand Prix, the two teammates would come together, causing Maldonado to retire and Grosjean to finish in P8. Lotus's future in Formula 1 was starting to look really uncertain. At the Hungarian Grand Prix, Pirelli refused to hand over tyres to the team due to some unpaid bills. The team hit financial struggles, and the deputy team principal Federico Gastaldi confirmed that the team was in discussions with Renault in an attempt to sell the team back. The team's best result of the season would come at the Belgian Grand Prix, where Grosjean would finish in P3. In Japan, the team were locked out of their hospitality building, again due to some unpaid bills owed to race organisers. It was also announced that in late September, Renault had signed a letter of intent to buy a stake of Lotus F1 team. Renault kind of helped Lotus out here. They pretty much saved them. The team actually owed tax money and insurance payments to the British government at the time. Lotus finished the 2015 season 6th in the Constructors' Championship with 78 points, in limbo and financially exhausted. Later on the 21st of December 2015, it was official. Group Renault had repurchased the team for £1 single pound.
£1? You brought the team. Now listen, they probably ask me much as, who is your team principal, who your driver, stuff, all that. Listen, I would have brought the team and I would have already handled it. You know what I mean? For £1. I signed a letter of intent. They wouldn't know who I was. Now, this was like 2014, 2015. So I was still in high school. So if they want, some 16, 17-year-old kid, to have his own F1 team, hey. But nah, hey, if I do that, hey.
They had plans to re-enter in 2016 as a Renault factory team. Renault appointed Jerome Stoll as chairman and Cyril Abiteboul as managing director. 2012 and 2013 were really good years for Lotus. P4 in the Constructors' Championship 2 years in a row, and they were always there or thereabouts in terms of podium positions. The 2014 regulations cost them dearly when you look at performance, but let's not forget money. Before the Renault takeover, turnover fell by £36 million, which the team blames on a reduction in sponsorship. Lotus is an interesting one. They looked really promising early on, 2 really good seasons. Then they fell to a level where they were being locked out of their hospitality building in Japan, and Renault stepped in to save the day. Lotus gave us some great memories over the years, and they still have a following to this day. I just want to thank Lotus Memories and BoxBox Now on Instagram for those amazing illustrations that I used in this video. Lotus Memories sent me a DM on Instagram offering me to use them for this video, so make sure you go and check out both of those Instagrams. I'll leave them linked in the description. So what's your favorite memory of Lotus? Was it the livery? Was it Kimi winning? Was it Grosjean showing how he had quite a bit of talent in him? Was it that accident at Spa? Or was it something else? Let me know in the comment section. I'd love to read them.
Shout out Lotus Memories and BoxBox Now. Shout out both of them. Great video. Also, very, 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 very good video. It just sucks about Lotus because, imagine showing up to work. You can't even get inside. You know what I mean? Like, you can't even get inside the building. You know what I mean? Like, like, what? Like, what? But honestly, if you're not paying your payments, stuff like that, there's a reason why that's happening. So, I mean, it seemed like they were doing so good. Like, they were doing so good with Kimi and Grosjean and them. Next thing you know, shit hit the fan, basically. It just hit the fan with the net. Kind of sucks. Yeah, it sucks. Very, very unfortunate regardless. But you guys let me know you guys thoughts about the Lotus team in general. And you guys memories about them. Again, very, very great video from the perspective. Anyway, hope you guys did enjoy. Don't forget to like the video, sub as well as always. No races weekend. Azerbaijan. Yeah, we gotta wait. We have to wait anyway. Stay safe, stay amazing. Talk to you guys later, man. Peace.